Okay, can we talk about something? Let's address this because you know we live in a world right now where there's chemicals in our water, there are chemicals in our detergent, there's chemicals in our food, chemicals in our cleaners, chemicals everywhere, chemical. We have new emerging technologies that are causing all kinds of disturbances, causing stillbirths, deformities. There's all kinds of crazy things happening in this world. And you know what I see a lot of? I see a lot of girls, I see a lot of guys who go online and start talking really bad about things that they don't know. Like, there's a lot of people that are born different than other people. Great example. I don't know if you've seen this, but like, cleft chin. There's a lot of kids that are born with a birth defect where their lip isn't formed and they have to do an operation so that they have their lips formed. There's a lot of kids that are born with their eyes spaced out. There's a lot of people that are born with a weird kind of setup downstairs. A little bit of a vagina, a little bit of a dick, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We don't know yet. We like they're developing. All right? So, and it's becoming more and more, and there's a lot of people that have different deformities, especially with their genitalia. And that's where trans comes from. I don't know if you knew that. Some people are born different than other people. Some people, act of God, they were born with a different genital. Okay? And there's so many men, there's so many women that are freaking out about it. And then we have this new program made. Oh, if you're a tiny bit different, if you're a little bit off, just kill them. Just kill them. Don't worry about it. Just kill them. Oh, if you're feeling sick, oh, you should just die. Oh, if you can't pay your bills, oh, you should just kill yourself. Oh, if your family doesn't like you, if you have no friends, just die. Like, can I tell you something? Haven't you ever heard of like grit or the grind or like, no matter what, I'm going to succeed. I'm going to have that strength, that internal guidance, that persistence to make it no matter what is going on. I see there's certain types of girls look more masculine and have more muscle than men. I see a lot more men that look more prettier than girls, and that you would never suspect them to be a guy because they look and they have like the perfect hair and the perfect body and bigger tits and whatever the case may be. We live in a world where the times have changed. But there's a lot of people that tune into this ugly kind of nasty dude who, doesn't fit into society and is preying upon, women. And oh, he's going into women's change rooms. Did you know that? And he's trying to change with the girls. Okay, it wasn't so long ago. I went to the gym and there was girls cleaning the guys' side of the gym in the change room. And they were nasty and ugly and gross. And they were watching me change. And they weren't even cleaning. They were literally sitting there trying to watch me change. And it was really awkward and it was really gross. And it made me feel disgusting and nasty. Okay? And, can I tell you in terms of safety, there's a lot of guys, like, I don't know if you've seen the, like, needle return box, where they're on all kinds of chemicals, all kinds of different, and what if they were to come in and sexually abuse one of those ladies because they're in the guy's locker room? And was to, like, get into a fight or some kind of altercation, like, and then it's like, oh, guys are bad, oh, guys are evil, da 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 da. Like, can I tell you, we live in a world where the lines are getting blurred and all kinds of crazy things are happening on a day-to-day basis. There's a whole new variety of change in every avenue of the word, you know what I mean? Okay, so another thing too. There's a lot of people, a lot of guys, a lot of girls. They're like, oh, you're competing against women, and they're like, oh, trans people, oh, they think that they can go against women. That's what this is. They're trying to take over the woman's spot. And it's like, okay, like, no, that's really far off. Can I tell you? There's men, there's women, and then there's trans. Trans is their own thing. That's their own fucking thing. Like, and you want to know, can I tell you? We live in a world where you get online and you say all kinds of crazy things and you become viral, even if it's not true. And a lot of people are like, oh, men are trying to get into women's sports and they're trying to pass off as women even though they're a man. And you want to know, can I tell you something? I think everyone's looking for a way to compete. I think everyone's looking to have a sport. I feel like everyone's looking for their thing. You know, there's men's sports, there's women's sports, and there's also too disabled. There's people that are living with various physical, and they want to compete too. And we're looking for a world where everybody has their opportunity to compete. And you want to know, for a long time, there was no trans. There was no trans. And if you look like a girl and you go into a guy's change room, or if you go into a guy's washroom, all of a sudden you're a sexual object. All of a sudden, you know, everyone's helping themselves like it's a buffet. Do you want to know, even being a littler dude, often guys will just come on to you and think that, oh, well, you're smaller than me, so I'm going to help myself to you. And it's not a safe space for everybody. You know that? People get drunk, people get high, people do drugs, and then they're not there. And they like compact, and they, you know, they like bully, and they like do all kinds of mean things to smaller dudes and to people that are different. And everybody's looking to exist. Everyone's looking for their opportunity. And we live in this world where, oh, if I blow this up, if I make this a big deal, if I warp or contrive something, if I change the title, then all of a sudden I'm going to have this stardom, I'm going to have this fame, I'm going to get this money, I'm going to get something out of it. And you want to know, we should be more understanding and we should be more kind to people that have a difference and people that are marginalized in society. We should be looking to give everybody an opportunity. Can I tell you something? If you're a woman, you should compete in women's sports. You should be just that, right? If you're a man, you do men's sports, compete with other men. If you're trans, and then this is where things get confusing for everyone. I know that this is really confusing for everybody. I know everyone really has a tough time with this one because there is no trans everything, but there should be. So if you were born with a genetic phenomenon or genitalia difference, then yeah, you're trans. Okay, guess what? Trans is there's two different sides of this one. There's like you have kind of a male setup, and you're like more, and you're a little bit feminine, or you have a female setup and you're a little bit masculine, right? Those are the two sides of it. That's what trans is. It's a little bit of a different thing. I've played with a trans person before, believe it or not. Surprise, surprise. The trans that I played with was masculine female. Okay, so they had like kind of like a dick kind of setup downstairs. But like long hair, fingernails, lipstick, like looks like a girl, but has a dick. You know, I've seen a lot of like guys, like 100% a dude, and they got a vagina downstairs. Have I had the opportunity to play with one of those people? Not an everyday thing. Doesn't happen every day that you just find that kind of thing. You know that? Also too, I'm entering into a part of the world, and I'm entering into a part of life where, you know, I'm giving it up. I'm giving up drinking, giving up smoking, giving up sex, giving up like improper conversation, giving up swearing, giving up entertaining of things that aren't going to produce the results I'm looking for. You know, I'm looking to really change my life. And for the betterment of society and the betterment of me, like what I'm kind of really looking for is, I was making X amount doing what I was doing. Now I want to double, triple, quadruple that. And I want to go to the highest highs and the highest like levels of economy. You want to know what I never want to have to say again? Oh, my budget. I never want to talk about a budget ever again. You know that? And I want to work so fucking hard. Okay, so I was doing the job of like 5 people. I'm looking to do the job of 10, 20, 40, 60 people. That's what I'm trying to look to get. I'm looking for the opportunity to be that person. I'm looking for the opportunity to overwork and to be that person that can, critically think and critically do and produce the results of a team of 60 or 70 or 80 people. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like I need this money. This is the amount I have to do for it, and I need to, pull back, strategically operate and evolve myself in a way where I can, 1, 2, 3, throw that proverbial, ninja star, throw them up in the air and use one to bounce them all into the proper like targets. Like that's what we're doing right now. And unfortunately and fortunately, it isn't always the easily providable opportunity, but it's something that will come with proper maintenance and proper understanding and diligence, drive, so it's one of those things, and all I have to do is just keep at it every day, and eventually everything's going to change. I know a lot of people are really dialed into, oh, let me be your partner, oh, let me have your children, oh, let me be a part of your life, oh, I want to be with you, and they already have a fucking partner. But can I tell you, I'm pulling back from those things. No wife, no children, no here's the thing. I'm really good at working with kids. I'm really good at having a partner. I'm a really good partner. I'm a lot of fun. However, I just don't have that life right now. I don't have that family. I don't have those friends. I don't have there's all these don't haves, and you know what I mean? So I'm trying to work with the various mechanisms of the society and of my general area to provide and to propel myself to the next opportunity, to the next level, right? My next level isn't getting some married woman knocked up and being a part of some weird fucking freak family. Do you know that? I'm not looking to get some immigrant from another country pregnant so that she can stay here for X amount of years and live off of our fucking social system. You want to know, I'm looking to be a part of something greater than that. I'm looking to be a part of something more fun than that. I'm looking to aspire to greater heights than that. You want to know, can I tell you, a lot of people, and even in my high school, I went to a Catholic high school, they were getting pregnant in high school. And getting pregnant and having a child is a very high school thing. And I know there's a lot of women that are really inspiring to have a child, and oh, I really want this and I really want to do this. Go for it. If it's what you really want. But you want to know what I really want? I really want to have a life where I'm in control. I call the shots. I live in this world. I know you guys are oh, you're being so insensitive. You're being so cruel. You're being so nasty. You're being so gender whatever. Can I tell you something? I don't have a life where things work for me. I have a life where everything is in resistance to me. I was straight, there was resistance to that. I was gay, it was a resistance to that. I'm a resistance to that. Anything I do, there's a crazy amount of resistance. I even get out of the way. I'm it's all for you, it's all for you. Oh, well, there's a problem with that too. And it's I don't get it. You told me I couldn't be straight. You told me I couldn't be gay. You told me trans is a problem. I'm going A. I'm going A. I'm going for the next level. I wanna leave yourselves to the mechanisms of each other. You know what I mean? It's all for you. Go fuck you. Fuck away. You know what I mean? I don't want any part of it. You know what? You win. And there's a problem with that. There's a problem with anything I do. Can you go figure? You know that? like I've said, I'm like, oh, like, I'm just about me right now. Like, I've spent the last, like, 35, 36 years about everybody around me. I'm 37 now. I just want to focus on me. I want to focus on eating right. I want to focus on going to the gym. I want to focus on my YouTube channel. I want to focus on my social media. I want to focus myself and build myself. And oh my God, can I tell you, the more that I've pulled away and focused on me, the more attention, the more I attract everybody. And it's like, I don't get it. Like, I used to put so much energy in chasing you and following you and talking to you, and you're calling me creepy. You're calling me creepy. You're calling me crazy. You're calling me all these names that weren't of me. And then I pull away. I'm like, okay, sorry. I'm doing something wrong. Like, let me just pull away. Oh my God, now there's even more of a problem. Like, holy fuck. It's so ironic. Like, you want to know, I live in a really weird world full of a lot of really weird people. No matter what I fucking do, I'm always in resistance. So, like, at the last job, you know, I spent a lot of time kind of reflecting on, like, oh, I did this. This is what happened. I went here. This is the events. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, I tried hard in this area. This is the repercussion. You know, like, a lot of the jobs, it's like I like lost the job and none of it was my fault. I lost. They hated me since day one. They didn't even know anything about me, and then I got fired because they hate me. And they're like, oh, it's because you're straight. Oh, it's because you're gay. Oh, it's because you're A. And it's like, you want to know? Oh, it's because you're trans. And it's like, you want to know? I'm starting to notice that I'm like a reflection of the people around me. And the more that they hate on me for whatever it is, it's like the more that they actually hate themselves for those reasons. You know that? They hated me when I was straight because they hate the fact that they're straight and they belong to a community of straight people. And it's like, do you remember neo-Nazi Germany? Neo-Nazi was like Nazi Germany. They were like, unless you have blonde hair and blue eyes, then you should just go get made. Just fucking kill yourself. We don't need people like you. And when you start becoming a part of the straight community, it's like the same thing. Oh, you're straight or get made. You know that? And then you go to the gay community. Gay community, oh, are you top or bottom or reverse? Oh, well, if you don't fit into any of those, you should just go kill yourself. Get made. Like trans people too. Oh, if you're trans, just get made. Like, can I tell you? We're all fighting to exist. We're all fighting for this world. We're all in this war that nobody knows anything about. And we're all... And you want to know, can I tell you, the mechanisms of society is building this world that way. There's always a constant issue. There's always a constant problem. Life, we're propelling all these new technologies that are causing everyone to become all estranged from each other, and that are breaking down society in ways that we've never imagined. And can we talk about Jesus's days? Remember when Jesus, and in the Bible, how it talks about Jesus, how he was very accepting of everyone, how he would leave the flock of 99 to find that one missing sheep? Do you remember how that was? And I think to myself every day, where it's like, I'm not seeing or hearing or witnessing any of this. And it feels like there's this group of people, and every day they're looking to fucking kill one more. Oh, get rid of one more. It's like thinning of the flock until there's none left. You know that? Oh, we need to strip them of their money. We need to strip them of their identity. We have to strip them of every kind of opportunity. We need to strip from them every job. Take it all away, take away everything, put them all on the street. And I get to a point in my life and in society where I'm like, isn't this all supposed to serve us? Didn't we all work, and didn't our grandparent and our grandparents' grandparents work to have a society that was, there for the greater good, and to, be of a fun resource, and to be... And for some reason, I don't know if it was technology or this distraction or the warping of ideals, but every day is more crazier than the last. if you go on late at night on Instagram and you click on that microscope and then you just start scrolling, buddy, crazy, 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 even more crazy, super crazy, extra crazy, crazy on top of crazy. And it's just like I get to a point and I'm like, is this actually society now? Like, we're just propelling ourselves in this downward fucking spiral of death. Like, never before has it been like this. You know that? And so I'm starting to correct myself. Like, you want to know, they say they're like, if you want to see a change in the world, start with yourself. If you want things to change for the betterment of society, focus on the things that you can control, which is yourself. What does that mean? Okay, what we're eating, how we're speaking, what we can, like drugs, pharmaceuticals, you know what I mean? There's all these things where it's like, like you're supposed to be conducting yourself and you're supposed to be building your body as this holy temple, or as this temple for the Holy Spirit, and you need to build yourself in such a way where, you know what I mean, you can be an instrument for the salvation of all kinds of good in this world. And you're supposed to temper yourself into an existence of excellence, and not only of that, but like through those things, becoming a leader for your community and propelling good standards and understanding for the people around you. Am I expecting everyone to be perfect? No. Am I expecting everyone to never make a mistake? No. Am I expecting people to be like, outside of their existence of norms or understanding? No. There's a lot of people too in this world, man, women, trans, whatever, where they're in a relationship where, oh, hey, like, we were monogamous for X amount of years, but then now we're not really monogamous, but I still really love this person, and they really love me, but things are really different, things have changed. You want to know everybody, and through life and the mechanism of the world, everything is constantly changing. I'm not trying to offend people in their marriages or their relationships or their like livelihoods. I've had sex with married people. I didn't know that they were married until after I had sex with them. Did I feel bad about it? Yes. If I could go back, would I change it? 100%. I wasn't looking to be having all this like, kinky, wild sex with people that were already in a relationship. In the past couple years now, I'm starting to notice that there's a theme of people being in relationships but having sex with other people, especially in this area. And I'm getting to a point in my life where it's like, even in the workplace, it was like that. It was like, oh, we're all married. Did you know that we're married? Oh, you're a fucking loser if you're not married. You're a fucking loser if you won't put out for us. Oh, you're a fucking loser if you don't want to. There's a lot of really, really not attractive people where I worked. And they would pick the most unattractive one. And they would be like, you should knock her up. You should give her, she's looking to have a child with you. I'm like, oh, she's really mean to me. She's really cruel. She's really not attractive looking. She doesn't care about her body. She doesn't have good like values or ideals. Like she speaks like she knows everything, but I've never seen her get dirty or get herself like, into the nitty gritty of what. It's really easy to stand back and talk and shoot your mouth off. It's another thing to get in there and get it done. That? And I feel like, especially with the people in my life, they all like to sit back and talk, but doing and getting in there and doing it and working and being diligent and building like a strong kind of, what is that called? Working and ableist kind of like brain function is beyond them. You know that? And I'm a doer. I'm a get out there and get it done kind of person. And even at the job, it's like I want to produce the results. If I don't know it, I'm gonna learn it. It's gonna be a quick thing, and then I'm gonna move on to the next thing. That. And then through learning every little aspect of this job, I'm gonna build like a repertoire of skills and values and understandings. And then at the end of the day, I got fired, and I know for a fact, and everyone keeps telling me, it's like, oh, they can't do that product, oh, they can't produce, oh, everything they send out comes back, oh, they've really annihilated themselves because they're a big boy club, and they all like to talk to each other and have sex with each other, but they don't know how to do the work. And that was 100% of the job, was doing the work. And they can't do that. And they need you to come back. Oh, did you know that they need you? Oh yeah, the people that they kept are actually all retiring, so they don't have anybody now. And I get into this zone too where it's like, you know what, I tried my best to do what I can for everyone around me, and they love to sit back and talk. Like, you want to know what they talk about me? Oh, John's crazy. Did you know that he's crazy? Yeah, he doesn't have a wife or a child. He's fucking crazy. Do you want to know? My whole life, I've had like nickels and dimes. You know that? And I don't know if you know this, but you can't take a girl out or even get close to women if you only have nickels and dimes and quarters. You know that? It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I went to Mexico and I played around with a girl, and do you want to know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. I pissed off everybody in that. Okay, so we're going on vacation. Everyone's like, oh, there's just a bunch of fags. Oh, ha ha ha, they're all fags. Fags here, faggot, faggot, you're a fucking faggot. Faggot over here, faggot over there. Look at this faggot. I'm like, oh, I'll show you who's a faggot. I go and I play with the girl, and I like caused a fucking world war. You know that? I played around with the girl. The woman that was getting married on this trip, she's like breaking up with her husband. Oh, I thought we could be together. I thought you would be me and you. I'm like, I just fucked your friend. I just fucked around with your friend. Like, what the fuck? She's like assaulting me in this fucking trip because I didn't want to have sex with a married woman. Like, I'm like, oh, like, this other girl? Yeah, she's not with anyone. So that's why I played around with her, because she's not with anyone. And she was whining about how there's nobody to play around with. Okay, so I pissed off the married woman. I pissed off everybody on the trip because I played around with another single girl. My gay best friend so I have this gay best friend who for the last 8 years, oh, I'm your best friend. Oh, I'm your best friend. Did you know I'm your best friend? I'm his best friend. Do you see, if this is a checkerboard and this is the square that says best friend, that's my piece. I'm on this square. I'm like, okay, best friend, you're my best friend, right? So all of a sudden I play with this girl. Oh, you're not even gay. Oh, you're not my best friend anymore. I don't even know you. You're a fucking monster. You're sick. Oh, you need help. You're fucking crazy. Oh, you're bipolar. Oh, you're schizophrenic. Oh, like, did you... All from me playing around with a girl. This is happening. It's like, you want to know, I live in a world where it's like I can't do anything without everybody having a problem with it. Like I go and I start dating somebody, then everybody else needs to date them too. Oh, like, you want to know, like, oh, like, there's so many weird situations in my life where I'm like, oh, like, if you just communicated efficiently the first time, none of this would have happened. Okay. Then I get into this zone where it's like, oh, well, like, long term, right? They're like, oh, well, your family's crazy. They're really dysfunctional. You can't hold a job because everybody wants to fuck you at your job, and then you don't put out, and then you get fired. So yeah, like, I don't see a relationship developing. I don't see us being together. I don't see, and like, yeah, we have been dating on and off for like 5 years or so, but like, sorry. And it's like, I get into this zone where it's like, hey, no matter what I do, everything's always fucked. So you want to know what? Why don't we just pull back? Pull back and re-strategize. Like, you want to know, like, also too, I'm in a zone where it's like, everyone in my family is going to get old. Everyone in my family is going to die. Everyone in my family is not going to be a part of my future. Like, I don't know if you know that about people. Like, hey, like, I tried to keep them involved. They didn't want to. So, you know what I mean? And then everyone is so psychotic. And they're like, oh, like, let's put together a list of all these things that don't matter, and then we're gonna make them matter, and then the world is gonna change and people are gonna die, and then I'm gonna be stuck with this list, and then I'm gonna use that to the reason why things don't work out, and it's like, and then everyone too, can I tell you? Oh, therapy, I need therapy. Oh, I need more therapy. Did you know I need therapy? Oh, I need more therapy. Oh, therapy, can I tell you about my therapist? I literally have seen like maybe 20 therapists. A good 50% of them are like wanting sex and giving me the keys to their fucking house. And oh, I just live a few blocks away. You can spend the night. Come and go as you want. Here's the key. Like, oh, I was just here to like, get some medication and maybe like move on with my life. Like, okay, so at the time, I was like, I'll go to therapy, I'll get drugs, I will mix it with some other stuff, and I will sell it on the street. This was back when I was really young, okay? I know you guys are like, that's crazy, you can't do that, that's illegal. Like back in the day, I was like trying to make money no matter what, and I thought, oh hey, like this is what all the other people must be doing. This is what I will do. Okay, do you want to know? I like entangled myself in this web of fucking insanity. Because I went and saw this doctor, and he's writing up all kinds of bullshit and lies. I also, too, I didn't know that I had, like, some forum. Like, every person has, like, a file, right? And they're writing all kinds of stuff, and then another doctor joins in, and then another doctor joins in, and another doctor. And they're like, oh, like, how can we estrange this person from their family and friends and their job, and then rope them into this sexual trafficking web of fucking psychosis, drugs, and sex, and pharmaceuticals, and doctors. Oh, how can we? And then they were like, well, we'll take away his license. Oh, we'll take away. Oh, you're never gonna have a normal life unless you provide us sexual favors. Oh, did you know? I literally had to go to another doctor outside of that whole web of fucking sex fanatic freaks, drug-induced sex. Like, I had to go outside of that. I'm like, oh, this is the situation. I didn't say anything of what I was dealing with them. I'm like, oh, this is the situation. I have this job. I'm doing really well. Da 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 da. I can do everything above and beyond. Like, my boss has no problem. Oh, this is my boss. Oh, he's really good. Like, he's been having some trouble with his family. We're just looking for XYZ. Okay, I spent like 2 hours with this guy doing all kinds of different tests and all kinds of stuff. And he's like, yeah, you seem like you're really with it. You seem like a really cool personality. Yeah, like I'm going to totally sign off. Like, you're good to go. And like that, I got my life back. And I had this whole team of doctors that's like, oh, you have to provide us sex or you're never going to get your life back. And here's a whole list of drugs. And yeah, they're going to take this much of your money away, and you need to be on all these drugs so that you can't even think properly, and then you're going to need to keep coming back for more and more appointments. And so many appointments. I had to keep coming back for these appointments. And they're like, oh, you need to be here at like 7 a.m. And I was literally there my boss had to be there with me. And I was there at 7 a.m. And we were there from 7 a.m. to like 2, 3, 4 p.m. So all day we sat in this lobby waiting for these appointments. Oh, you have to wait. Oh, you have to wait. Oh, you have to wait in this lobby for this appointment. And then more and more people would come, and then they would go, and then they would see everyone except for you. And then at the end of it all, they were like, oh, like, we're looking for a sexual favor. Otherwise, you're going to have to spend your whole life in this waiting room, waiting for us to do our jobs. And you're never going to get your life back. Like, do you want to know how crazy my life was? And like, I'm trying to like get myself out of this situation. I'm trying to get myself into a zone where I go to work, I make crazy money, and I never have to do or be a part of any kind of weird drug-induced anything with any kind of married person ever again. You know that? And the more I'm like, and it's been like how many months now? The more I'm like getting out of this situation, the more that they send more people to try to pull me back in. the more they have, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna play the race card. Oh, we're gonna play the fucking gender card. Oh, we're gonna play the trans card. Oh, we're gonna play, and then they keep coming with more and more bullshit. And it's like, oh, like that seems like it's a you problem. Well, that seems like you should find someone to help you with that problem. Like I'm done. I'm a fucking personality on the internet. Like that's it. Like I'm tuning and I'm changing everything to go into a better direction that eliminates you. Like, see you later, you know? The more I do it and the more successful I become and the more views I get, even though, like, this account is definitely suppressed 100%, the more it bothers people. I don't know, like, you know, even at my last job, it was like, I'm doing all the work and everyone keeps talking bad about me. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's like everyone's crazily jealous. It's like so beyond me. Like, I can't believe it. Like, I'm even trying to train them and help them. And they're like 100% dialing into, I want to take this job from you. We don't want you here. We hate you. And I'm like, oh, you don't even know me. Like, and it's like, and then I get the next job and they're already trying to talk to them about why they should hate me and fire me. And then it's like, you know, even like I get this feeling too. I was like applying for jobs for months and months. And like I'm not getting a call, I'm getting nothing back. Like, oh, we don't want to be a part of this circus you call a life. We don't want to hear from these people that hate you. We don't want to hear about, because it's like, and I feel like I'm like stuck in this weird cult, like, of people that it's like they don't want to do good, they don't want money, and they really don't want me to do well or have money. You know that? And then I look around me and I'm like, you know, the buildings are getting shut down. They're like closing and boarding up the doors, and the like a lot of buildings, everything's getting shut down. Nobody's working, nobody has a job. It's like they don't want to make money, they don't want to be happy, they don't want to be prosperous, and they really don't want those things for me. And I'm starting to notice it in the area, right? And I'm in this situation where it's like I have to wait, and then everything's gonna change. But like, you want to know, like, I never thought in a million years it would be like this. I never thought in a million years I'd be in a situation like this with so many people. And then they're like, oh no, you have a problem. Oh, you have a problem. Did you know I have a problem? And it's like, yeah, my problem is fucking this cult of people that I'm surrounded by. You know that, you know, like, even like the people in this building, it's like they try to talk through the floor at me all night and all day, and like they stay up all night listening for when I fall asleep so that they can try to break in and steal from me. And like, you want to know, I used to get all these eggs. You know, like I go to Costco, I'd get all these things of eggs. And then I started noticing, I'm like, all the eggs are going missing. Like, oh, they're stealing from me. I'll buy like a new thing of Old Spice. I'm like, and like, can I tell you, I use like a drop. I use like a tiny little drop, right? All of a sudden, it's like my Old Spice is completely empty. I just bought the whole fucking bottle of Old Spice, and now it's fucking all gone. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like my soft soap. So I bought soft soap. You know, I'm not even here to wash my hands. I'm at work all day, and for some reason, it's like, oh, my soft soap's all gone. You know, spices are gone. Oil. You know, for cooking oil, like olive oil, I buy like a bottle. So a bottle at the store was like, I don't know. At the time too, I want to say it was like maybe like $15. It's like now it's like $20 for one bottle. If you go to Costco, it's $20 for two bottles, which means it's like $10 each. But, you know, before I used to go to No Frills, and I'm like, oh, I just want a one-stop shop, so whatever. Spent like maybe 15 with tax or whatever, maybe it comes to like close to 18 for a bottle of oil. And then I come home and I maybe use it one or two times, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, the whole bottle is like empty. Like, what's going on? And you know, can I tell you something? Like, there's a camera right outside my door, and like I wondered to myself, I'm like, oh, who's like coming in? Like, who's like, you know? And there's various cues and stuff, but like I get to a point where I'm like, even when I go to the gym sometimes, there's so many cars, right? And I park on like the side of the building or whatever. Maybe there's cameras there, maybe there's not. But I notice it's like, oh, my seat is all the way back. I like try to like usually too when you go into your car, it like syncs to your phone, and then sometimes it's like, oh no, it's not syncing with my phone all of a sudden. Sometimes too prompts come up, like it was like, oh, someone's fucking with my car. Someone is like doing things. Oh, it's not reading like this stuff. Like this is weird. There's times where I would fill the gas tank full and I would park my car and all of a sudden it's like half or even like a quarter tank. I'm like, oh, so, I'm like, how did all this gas disappear? I just filled up a tank of gas. And it's like I get to a weird point in this society that we live in, or maybe it's this area, where it's like, oh my god, like, can I just get out of this situation? Like, holy fuck. And whatever, the more I'm trying to get out of this situation, the more it's like, oh, friends are falling through, opportunities are falling through. You want to know, can I tell you, I feel like it's divine alignment, like everything's trying to line me up for my like straight shot out of this situation. I had one of those lives too where like my family, they really wanted me to be a part of this like weird situation. It's like really uncomfortable situation with my family, if you can catch my drift. And I was like, oh no, like I'm good. I'm not interested. I don't want to be a part of that. And ever since I said no to that situation, it feels like my family follows me around trying to and campaigning that, oh, I'm a bad person and you should go against him, and you should break into his house, and you should break into his car, and you should break into his locker at the gym. You should hack his phone, hack his iPad, hack his other phone. Like, oh, make sure that you know every little thing, and we have to set him up, and we have to, like, can I tell you, like, if that's what it feels like, is that the case? Like, I can only imagine, like, that's what's going on, because, like, when I call my family, and it's like I didn't do anything wrong, I didn't hurt anybody, they say all kinds of weird things to me. And I'm like, this is so crazy. Like, what the fuck is going on? And it gets to a point, too, where it's like, I get nervous to, like, bring people on board. Because I'm like, oh, if they're doing this to me, like, I don't want them to do anything weird to you. Like, I'm, like, surrounded by this cult of people. Like, you want to know, I'm like, what? I'm like, what connects all these people? What connects them? And I'm like, oh, this one thing connects all these people. And then I'm like, oh, and then in society, it's like, oh, and then there's this one big thing that's happening in society. I'm like, oh, okay. And we're funneling all this money through this one thing. And you're like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm kind of starting to notice a theme. Like, you know what I mean? And I get to a point where it's like, okay, like, I just need a break. Like, like you guys just go be with each other. Go be with each other. Like, mingle, chat, have sex with each other, be with each other, have kids with each other. Like, and then maybe you will figure out for yourselves what's going on, because I feel like I'm starting to figure it out. I feel like I go through a lot of different data sets. I like synchronize, and like, here's another thing. I have really wild dreams where I'm like reliving memories and stuff. And, I'm tuning into very specific things where it's like I feel like through the grace of God or something, like they're trying to tell me like, hey, like just take a break from people, do your own thing. And, like, and I start doing that. And, I try to communicate things to the people around me like, hey, like I care for you, but like I can't be around anyone right now. You know that? Like something weird is going on. Something unlike ever before. I don't want to impose on you. I don't want you to get into a bad situation. I don't want you to be targeted. I don't want anything terrible to happen to the people around me. You know that? And the more that I communicate things like that, the more I feel like people are like actively trying to get involved, actively trying to get into the situation, trying to like solve things, and it's like, can I tell you something? Like, please give your attention to the people around me, give your attention to the people that hate me, and ask them and try to figure out why it is. You know what I mean? Like I used to give like the shirt off my back to people. I used to go above and beyond for people. I used to like show up super early and stay super late for people. And I used to give up my full weekend, give up like all kinds of different things to try to help the people around me. And for some reason, all I get back is, oh, he's a terrible person. Oh, he's a bad guy. Oh, he's this, he's that. Oh, he's crazy. Like, I'm really sorry. Like, I'm not crazy. I'm really with it. I used to make really good money, and you want to know, like, it's gonna happen again. But at this time in my life, like, I'm kind of in a weird situation. In a short time, things are gonna change rapidly, and like everything's gonna get better than it ever has been. I'm like, like another part of this too. Can I tell you, having hope, having faith, having courage in those things, that you're going to weather the storm, that all this will pass, and everything's going to get better than before. For a while there was not a lot of jobs, but then, with the seasons changing and, like everything changes, new jobs, new opportunity. Another part of this too is that a lot of people are retiring. There's a lot of people retiring now than ever before, and eventually they're going to need to hire new people, and I'm not worried. Like, I'm not worried, I'm not bothered. I'm not concerned. Like, everything's going to get better than it was before. And can I tell you, I was seeing a few people and they were like, "Oh, you're too poor to be with me. Oh, your family's too crazy," or "Oh, this or that or the other." Can I tell you something? Divine alignment. Hey, you're doing me a favor. You're telling me that you're not a part of my future, that there's something greater for you somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, see you later. See you later. Like, on to the next. Like, I'm not worried. I'm not bothered. Sometimes I go out into society and people are like, "Oh, you're not with this person. Oh, you're not with this person." Like, they won't come to my face and say it. Like, no one in this area has the balls to verbally communicate properly. Like, another trait that they all have, because they're all really cowardly, and they teach people to be cowards. They say things under their breath, and like they won't like actually say what it is. They won't like be like, "Oh, like I think this da 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 da." No, they'll be like, "Oh, you're a fucking loser," and then like say something else like underneath it. "Oh, so I was wondering if," "Loser, you're a fucking loser," and blah 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 blah. Like, you know what I mean? And it's really like cowardly. It's like, "Oh, why don't you just say it like this?" "Oh, so I was thinking about whatever, and oh wait, 1 second. I think you're a fucking loser." Okay. Da, 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 da. Because then I could be like, "Oh, why do you feel that way? Oh, can you express yourself in more verbiage so that I can understand where you're coming from?" Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, and then I get to a point too where it's like, if you don't know how to have a proper conversation, if you're a cowardly person and you put cowardly things into the universe, don't expect it to not come back to you. You know that? Like, another thing too, like, there's everything changes in life. Everything, what goes around comes around. And there's gonna come a time where I'm like super successful and super rich, and I'm gonna remember, and I'm gonna think to myself, like, except I'm gonna have the courage to just say it right to your face. And you're gonna be like, "Oh, you're fucking crazy if you think that. Oh, you're fucking crazy." And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I'm fucking crazy." Look at yourself now, bitch. Can I tell you something too? When you communicate like with really ugly words, really ugly kind of, when you're part of like an ugly group of people, and you're all perpetuating yourselves on like these terrible values and these terrible ideas, and can I tell you, when you put it into the universe, don't expect to be pretty. Don't expect like nice things. Don't expect for things to work out. Like, when you have good things in your heart, when you have good, and when you're a kind person, and when you care for people, and you want the best for people, and, when you really stand in those values and you become those values and you put those into the universe, you and your complexion and how you look and all these other things like will radiate those values. You will radiate, you will glow, you will glisten. You know that? Like, I have friends that are so beautiful, and it's because like they're kind, they're courteous, they want the best for people, they want to do better for each other, they want to go above and beyond, and then they radiate beauty and kindness and all these things. And then I have other people where they're really wicked and really mean and really ugly and really disgusting, and every day they get more and more ugly and more nasty and more sickening, and then their face radiates these things to people. And you'll look at them and you'll look at one of my other like really pretty, kind, courteous people, and you'll be like, oh, we like the pretty, kind, courteous one over the nasty one who reflects those things both inside and outside. Like, anyway, I've said a lot of things on here about like, being this, that, and the other, and mental illness and whatever, and it's all a fucking cult and da da da, and even today, they're like, oh, if you're mentally ill, here's MAID. Kill yourself. Like, a lot of it too is like the society we live in. A lot of the doctors too at these mental facilities, they're not looking to save people. They're not looking to save people. They're looking for work. They need to have work. And if they're curing people and if they want people to be healthy, guess what? They're not going to have any work or anything to do. And then they're just going to be sitting there twiddling their thumbs. So a lot of this whole situation with mental illness and mental health and whatever, it's all a scam. It's all a lie. It's all to just keep people there, keep people stuck. Especially with my mother, growing up, she's a storyteller. She's all about lies and deceit and manipulation. She doesn't go to the gym. She doesn't take care of her health. She doesn't want to better herself. She doesn't want to do better for society. She wants to do whatever she can to make everything more fucking a headache for everyone around her, and that's all what she's about 100%. Her and her sisters are all into that weird shit. You know that? And the second that I got them out of my life, everything took off. You know that? And everything was doing so well, and then all of a sudden my boss, like, he needed to retire. So he retired, and then everything kind of shut down. So now it's like I'm looking for a new boss, I'm looking for a new kind of situation, and I'm going to find something even better than before with somebody that is kind, courteous, sweet, and I'm going to treat them really great just like I treated my boss, and everything in my life is going to take off again into even better, like, situation. And I've got nothing to fear because I got the confidence and the hope and the faith to propel me to greater heights than I've ever been to. And even if everything in the world and everything in this country goes up in fire, like, I'm gonna Khaleesi it and just walk through the flame, and everything is just gonna work out to my highest good, and I have nothing to worry about. Anyway, we're gonna go to the next video.